Hey guys, it's me, the literal fan of XANDERHAL, here with you today. I recorded this segment live as it happened before, his main segment came out, so I'm just letting you know, I watch his streams religiously every day, so I might be a little less biased based on the information here.
One, action. Alright everybody, so this is going to be an interesting segment, but it's going to loop around into something, a next segment that's going to be a little, it'll make sense why I'm talking about this to start with. It sort of segues into the next segment really well. So, how many of you guys are familiar with the YouTuber EDP445, I think it was?
If you're in these spaces, you already know who EDP is, the biggest pedophile known to man. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead.
Aw, I did. Aw, it's a fucking Leafy clone video. Cringe!
God damn it, XANDERHAL thinks I'm cringe. Well, yeah, he goes on a tangent about this. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all that so I can shorten down this video length.
Glad he got caught? Yes. But here's the thing about these pedo-poacher content creators that tends to be a problem. Very few, if any of them, work with law enforcement, meaning rarely, if ever, is any legal consequence.
While it is true that he fucked up the case with EDP about 4 or 5 months ago, he started getting his life back on track. He makes this very clear on the Michael Knowles podcast, which I do not support. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's what we do. I'd say we kind of defer more in a way because we also travel the country. Anywhere doing this, at this point, we have an arrest in 44 different states, convictions in 30, and there's no corner of the country we won't go to go get somebody arrested if that's preying on children.
So what got you into this?
I'm going to make a very, very hardcore case. If you're against a guy who's actively getting pedophiles, it doesn't matter if he's doing it for the wrong or right reasons, because he's actively getting convictions now, so it doesn't really matter whether you like him or not. I'm going to say you're defending pedophiles, because if you think that this guy shouldn't be acknowledged for his talents, for his work, for what he does, well, honestly, yeah, that kind of sucks. Now, he doesn't make the case, XANDERHAL doesn't make the case that he thinks that, hey, this guy shouldn't be popular because, well, he's doing something out in the public eye, and the more popular he is, the more people who are going to be looking over his shoulder. He does not make that point, right? If he made that point, I would not have a single issue, but he doesn't, so that's the issue.
This is a clip that came out of that guy who caught EDP. I think his name is like Alex Rosen or something.
I believe pedophilia and racism to be on two completely different levels. So obviously what I'm going to do currently is I'm going to be skipping all his points about racism. Not because I don't care about racism, but when we're talking about pedophilia, sometimes just other things don't matter. It's like when you accuse somebody of domestic abuse, but also you have all these other lower allegations, and then somebody gets cleared on the domestic abuse charges. Everything else seems to not matter to the general public. So yeah, we're gonna be skipping that part.
Obviously he's a racist, and he loves his like shock humor, screaming the N-word thing. But this is the video I think is far more important. This video here is the one that that I feel is the one that more people need to know about and need to see, especially if they even think about trying to make this guy seem like some kind of hero.
I need to give this to her. It's my birthday, so I'm being generous for one day to her.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to say out loud.
What?
That you have somebody in there. Oh, that's not good either.
Oh, really?
Not if it's a child.
Well, I was tired of being a virgin, so what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll understand what he's saying there. Basically, that was him like talking to an employee at a store as he bought like a children's bicycle and a bunch of toys. He told the employee that he had a child in his basement and he was buying it for the girl, and then the clip ends with him saying, well, she was tired of having her virginity. So he's literally quote unquote joking. So he's literally quote unquote joking
Okay, is it literally just me, or is my favorite YouTuber literally accusing a pedophile hunter of being a pedophile? Well, he's not straight up accusing, he's doing this thing we call implications. But, you know, accusations and implications are very, very close together in my brain. So, you know, maybe I might be stupid, but let's move on.
Yeah. This scrolls through and shows more stuff where it's like he's saying weird pedophilic, racist, and homophobic shit. This guy is not the kind of person you want to be giving any credit for anything.
XANDERHAL is fighting a very, very hard uphill battle. Now, it usually really doesn't matter whether someone's racist or not when it comes to being a pedophile. XANDERHAL seems to think so, so what he does, he adds on extra pedophilic shit to make his case stronger. Now, unless you can prove like most of those things are like dead ass serious, well, he's hunting pedophiles, he's getting them convictions, and it would be very stupid for this guy to be like literally like fucking texting minors and shit while hunting them down, because the police are connected to him hardcore. So, yeah. Now, it might be true, so if it is true and he is like a minor destroying person, well then fuck him, and he probably needs to die. But like, he's getting convictions, he's doing the right thing, so in my brain it really doesn't matter whether he made some jokes in the past, but you have to prove that they aren't jokes.
Or like encouraging, or giving a platform to. An alleged predator drew a gun on him. That is true. What do you think of the situation? So this is him apparently catching like the head of LGBTQ Dems of Maryland, trying to meet up with a 14-year-old.
Anyway, you're the head of the LGBTQ Dems in Maryland. Okay. How long have you been in that position for? Since fall. Okay. Is that like a paid position? Okay. Just more of a volunteer type thing? Is it like a super PAC or something, or is it just... Okay. This stuff said here, like...
So this guy's just a volunteer for some sort of like LGBT like advocacy group. If he's a pedophile, that's bad and he should be like arrested or whatever. But like we know that like the point of the whole like LGBT it's because we've seen the other clips of this guy. He is now going to become like a right-wing exposer of gay pedophiles thing.
XANDERHAL needs to take this big fat L. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if he's exposing pedophiles and getting convictions like he claims, well then all your points are invalid, because he can only go after the cops if he has enough evidence for them to be pedophiles. So he has to put in a lot of work and effort. So if he's putting in the effort and he's doing the things that need to be done just to get a little bit of clout, the only time he's ever going to get like big amounts of clout is when these pedophiles like show up with guns on him. So all you have to do is advocate for pedophiles not to pull out guns on Alex Rosen so he doesn't get popular. That's all you have to do, just start advocating for pedophiles to not own guns.
Yeah, like I don't know if they've acknowledged, like, did you know that the person was underage? If I haven't seen that bit yet, but let's see.
No, of course. I mean, here we said it's okay if you want to jerk off looking at it, talking about your dick. And you said, stop by this morning so I can stretch your hole, faggot. Can't wait to make you my little and this was later that, or shit, 4 days later with no response. Can't wait to make you my little cum dump, baby boy. Okay. Anyway, you're the...
Ironically, this is the same kind of shit he was saying on those video clips I was just now showing you guys.
XANDERHAL doesn't understand the difference between a pedophile and a pedophile hunter. Obviously, that's wild, but, I will make the case that XANDERHAL also doesn't look into anybody that he talks about, which is fucking wild. XANDERHAL may have a life, but when your job is talking about people on the internet, you probably shouldn't do that unless you actually look into their content and know who you're talking about. That's the obvious shit. But you know, XANDERHAL doesn't want to do that, and this is a criticism I've had of XANDERHAL for a very long time. He doesn't pre-watch, and he doesn't make sure that he has all his ducks in a row before he says things.
The guy who caught EDP, people see this and they're like, oh, this guy's a badass, he's willing to go out there and get a gun pointed at him, hunting down these pedophiles. It's like, well, no, he's just kind of stupid and desperate for views and has a questionable history himself.
That is obviously an implication he's a pedophile. You know, that's all the points I have for today. but like this is obviously an implication he's a pedophile. So I'll see you guys later.